passarinho na janela e o fusquinha na calçada, bicicleta amarela e o calor de madrugada.
Hello friends, and welcome back to my home. So, as you will know by now by the little intro, and a lot of you guessed in my last video, I went to visit my best friend Iowa. I went to visit my best friend Kayla in Iowa. As I said in my last video, I did not expect that this visit would bring about so many feelings and so much desire for change. But it has. It really shifted my perspective on what I have now. Really shifted my perspective on what is in my life that is holding me back from my biggest potential. What I have been avoiding making better, because there comes a point in your life when you get really comfortable where you are, and it's really scary to seek a change because it's gonna be different. It's gonna be uncomfortable. I have been stuck in a rut of being comfortable where I'm at, being comfortable with the mess and the chaos of my life, and not pursuing change because I am afraid to admit sometimes that I have changed or what I've wanted has changed. I worked for a really, really long time to get a vintage wardrobe that fit me no matter my body size. I've literally been collecting vintage and moving towards wearing vintage clothing, specifically 40s and 50s clothing, for 12 to 15 years. And I have been faced with the very uncomfortable challenge of needing to go through what I have and be okay with letting some of it go. A lot of my wardrobe doesn't fit me, and it might not ever fit me again, and it might. But I do have a lot of things I've been holding on to for the what if, and I have always been a really big believer in not hanging on to your clothing just because you think you might get smaller eventually. I've always said don't buy clothes for the body you want to have, buy clothes for the body you have now. So if you are new here, thank you for being here. I hope you will stick around. I hope you all enjoy this visit to Kayla and this reminder that it's okay to change. It's okay to change and grow as a person. It's okay for your body to change. It's okay for your interests to change. It's okay for your mind to change. It's okay. Change is often a very, very good and needed thing. And I hope that this can encourage you to seek change where you need it, if you need it, and to not get too stagnant in life, because if you stop moving, you will never pursue the things that you really love. So let's go visit Kayla. I have not been on a trip by myself since before my last child was born, which was over 3 years ago. It was so nice to be able to go to one of my best friend's houses and just be myself. I don't often feel this comfortable when I am away from home. I constantly feel like I have to be on and the pressure to entertain people. And I think it's a universal ADHD and autistic experience to just feel like you have to put on a little bit of a mask around people you're not comfortable with. But I felt none of that on this trip. Since the moment we met in person a little over 2 years ago, Kayla and I have been fast friends, and it has just felt so natural and easy, no matter what. We can talk about anything, and we often talk over each other, and the whole 3 days that I was there, I don't think we ever stopped talking, despite our promises to each other to work a little bit. But that's just the nature of our friendship. It is beautiful and easy, and Kayla is so thoughtful and kind, and I got to meet her mom, which was really lovely. I'm already dreaming of the day we can go back and visit again. We, of course, had to go out and visit all of the cute little shops in the town where she lives. The bakery where they have the whole copper mold roll, a coffee shop where they made amazing local coffee, and, of course, my favorite, antiques. I hope that everyone has the privilege of finding a friend with whom life is just easy, as I have with Kayla. We've only been together in person twice in our entire friendship, but it just feels like she is a little missing puzzle piece in my life, and life is so wonderful around her. Life is so much more beautiful when you have friends who accept you as you are and are just happy to be around, and who are thoughtful and kind and giving, and with whom you just feel a kinship that is not like anything else. I feel so incredibly lucky to know Kayla, and I hope that everyone can find a friend as beautiful as she is. While I was there were so many things I wished I could have bought and brought home in my one suitcase, but unfortunately I had to leave everything behind. This antique store was an old house filled to the brim on every floor with antiques, and I wish I'd had more time. I probably could have spent all day just going through everything. I desperately wanted to take home this cute pastel pink dining set, but maybe next time. But of course, being me, I did find the aprons, and I bought a few of those. And of course, being Kayla, who is the thoughtful person that she is, she planned an entire lunch around strawberry-themed foods, from a strawberry chicken salad to strawberry soup to strawberries and cream and strawberry lemonade. Everything strawberry that she could make, some of which are in her cookbooks, which I'll link down below, and it was amazing. I'm still dreaming of having more of the strawberry chicken salad she made. But that reminds me that I do have her cookbook, so I can make it for myself. It was so fun being with her and her mom and her kids, getting to hang out and just chat, and as you can probably tell, we did not stop talking. The entire time was just chatting about everything and anything. It was comfortable and easy and so much fun. I I loved getting to see all of her creativity in person. Her beautiful house, her beautiful art, her beautiful food. Oh my goodness, this was such a cute lunch. It was also really lovely to be able to spend time with a friend with whom I could work. While she was working on her next paper collection, which she is launching sometime in May, I was working on my novel.
Wide awake in a spell.
Or at least trying to. We spent a lot of time going back and forth talking. When I was working, she was chatting, and when she was working, I was chatting. We traded ideas. I asked her for opinions on my book. She asked me for opinions on the colors she was using for her paper collection. It's so inspiring to have another artistic friend with whom there is no competition. We are both there to cheer each other on and help each other do the best that we can possibly do. And there's no expectation to perform any certain way. We just exist together.
I'd rather be, baby, your color burns through me.
All too soon, it was time to go home, and thankfully the morning before I had to leave was pretty slow, which I was so grateful for more time to just sit and chat and relax. But then it was time to go home.
Speaking more than I could ever say. Cutouts in the darkness, I can see them still, climbing up the corners of your frame.
I mentioned a few times that visiting Kayla was really inspiring to me, especially because she is more of a minimalist, and as you all know, I love stuff. I have stuff everywhere, and I have been putting off some projects in my house that Kayla really inspired me to tackle, especially this closet, which is full to the brim of vintage hats, vintage accessories, vintage clothing, vintage bedding, you name it, there's something in there that is vintage. I've been needing to clean this out and declutter for quite a long time, but it's been an intimidating project. And visiting Kayla and seeing how she functions and seeing how free she feels to just get rid of things that no longer serve her really inspired me to do the same.
There's nowhere else I'd rather be.
When I got back, I felt refreshed to tackle my own house. I felt inspired to get the things done I had been putting off forever, and I felt really encouraged that it's okay to let things go and move on.
Wide awake in a spell, a note left in the
If you are interested in buying any of the vintage that I'm going to be getting rid of from this closet, I will be putting everything up for sale online in the next few weeks once I figure out what the best website is, which you can let me know if there's something you resell on that you really love. But I, in the meantime, am storing all the vintage away that I want to let go so that I can put it online for someone else to enjoy.
적당한 걸 바랬던 나를 돼 다른 음악이 돼 달콤해 그대와 나로 한 잔에 그냥 콜라다보다 달달한 그 말 사랑해
Once I finished decluttering the hats and the boxes, it was time to go through all of my bedding. I love sheets and bedding and blankets so much, and I have quite a few beautiful vintage chenille blankets, as well as a lot of sheets and duvets, and it was definitely time to go through them and evaluate how much I actually needed. I did end up keeping the majority of the vintage blankets that I own just because I know I will use them throughout the year, but it was still nice to organize and tidy up and get rid of some things that I no longer need. I try to store sheets inside their own pillowcases so that when I'm going through the closet, I can easily pull out an entire sheet set and not be digging through multiple spaces to look for the full set. This is something I learned off of Instagram, I think, and it has been wildly useful in organizing all of my vintage linens. I spent a little bit of time evaluating how these boxes are even put up here. When I originally redid my closet and bought these beautiful storage boxes, I didn't think about what I would actually be accessing and how convenient it would be to get into them. So I had a lot of the things that I actually needed to get into up too high. I decided to reorganize them so that the boxes I was actually accessing, like my scarves and my berets, some of my vintage bags, were all on the lower shelves. And then things that I wanted to store away, like my kids' clothes that I'm saving for their future selves, or my wedding clothes and the hats I don't wear as much, up on the top. I think it's really important to share this as somebody who is kind of an influencer, if you could call me that, to recognize that what you see online is not always realistic for real life. I do think that these storage boxes are so useful, but the way that they are staged online, especially with makeover videos, is not always how they are functional in real life, and that's important for me to point out. Once I had the shelves reorganized, it was finally time to jump into the most intimidating task, which is decluttering all of my vintage dresses. I am a collector of vintage clothing and have been for a very long time, so I don't necessarily feel guilty that I have so much, but I think it is time to let go of some of it. I'm not going to stop wearing vintage, but I've come to the realization that it no longer brings me joy the way it used to, especially when there are things that I just cannot wear anymore. I no longer want to hang on to the past, to my past body, to my past self, even to the past me who thought that she would love to wear vintage 24/7. I love to wear vintage occasionally and sometimes every day, but it's no longer such an important part of my life. So I think I'm going to have to continue this video next week, because this isn't even all the dresses in my closet, or the trunk, or the 2 suitcases full of other things, or my dresser. This is just what I have in storage in my closet. This is the portion of the declutter that I am not looking forward to, because every dress has a story, and I am so in love with so much of this, but it's too much. And there are things that I have bought that I bought before I was hit with perimenopause, and I don't think they will fit me anymore because of the weight gain. That I have to make the decision of, do I hold on to this and see if my weight levels out again, or do I sell it and move on to other things? This is the hardest decision that I have with clothing, and especially with true vintage clothing, is the fact that I could let it go and I will never find another one like it. But I also do not want to be hoarding this many clothes, and especially keeping vintage pieces that somebody else could love and wear right now. So I know I said in the beginning of my video that I really wanted to get through this for this video, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I think that this is going to have to be its own video. And the good thing is that I will be looking into the best reselling platforms so that I can put these up for sale, so hopefully maybe one of you in my audience would like them when I get through all of this. So anyway, I'm sorry if it's disappointing to not see the dress declutter in this video, but I promise that will be my next video. And I hope you will stick around and come back and watch me declutter my closet. It's so much. It's so much more when you put it all together. That is my biggest piece of advice to you. If you are trying to get rid of things and you have a hard time with it, dump it all into one area, and just recognizing the sheer volume of clothing I have. Some of it is not vintage. This is just dresses. This is just dresses. This is not even other forms of clothing. And sometimes putting it all in the same spot and recognizing just how much I have is the motivation I need to get rid of some stuff. Like I said, if you are interested in the vintage that I'm getting rid of, let me know down below what sale websites you normally visit, or if you resell clothing, what websites you normally use, or apps like Mercari, Depop, eBay, Poshmark, any of the other ones that might be really good to use. I will be working on trying to get this next video up and getting a clothing declutter up pretty soon. But before you go, I wanted to share my very, very simple birthday celebrations with all of you. Today, the day that I'm posting this video, is my actual birthday, but my husband and I went out for a very quick date the day before. He took me to a cute local restaurant that is in a Victorian house, and then we went out to a bookstore, because what is my life if I'm not going to buy more books on my birthday? And of course, we had to visit Half Price Books and Barnes & Noble, because a birthday girl wants what a birthday girl wants. I ended up picking up 3 books from Half Price Books and 2 from Barnes & Noble, which is always really fun. I spent a lot of time admiring all of their pretty stationery and mugs, and I was very tempted by the cat mug that I found, but in the end I settled for a few books. We also had a lot of fun pointing out the book cover trends, and I added a few more books to my TBR and my wish list. All of these looked so cute. Of course, I had to buy the secondhand Highland romances, and then I got Second Time's a Charm by Taylor Epperson and Agnes Aubert's Mystical Cat Shelter, which somebody had recommended to me. And then to add to it, Howl's Moving Castle, which Kayla gave me for my birthday. I think 6 books is a fairly reasonable acquisition for one's birthday. I am spending my birthday editing in bed and reading and just indulging in a little bit of quiet before the next busy week comes along. And I hope that if you have stuck through it this far, you are having a wonderful day. These whole past few weeks, as I have visited Kayla and gotten home, and am now celebrating my birthday, have really made me think about where I am in life and what changes I want to make to better myself and my life and the life of my family. I am really excited to share content. I've felt so re-inspired coming back home and looking around at what we have, and all of the beautiful spring flowers are popping, and it's just gorgeous here right now. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed decluttering with me and visiting Kayla, and of course, wherever you are, I hope that you are feeling safe and loved, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!